What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be round 2 of my Battle of the Foundations. So this one's going to be a little bit more affordable, not drugstore, but a lot more affordable than the last one I did, which was my luxury brands. This one is going to be Sephora versus Ulta, because they are two of the biggest beauty destinations that we have right now, and why not battle it out and see which one has a better foundation from their own brand. You never know. If you do not know what Battle of Foundations is, I'm going to tell you really quickly. It is going to be where I take two foundations, try one on one side, one on the other, using two different beauty blenders or two different products I would normally use to put on foundation, and I will tell you which one applied better, which one went on smoother, which one had a little bit more trouble or not, and of course which one wore better, lasted better, and just looked better on the actual skin. I have drier skin, and I'm in the middle of trying to find my holy grail foundation. So I'm going to try two different ones to battle it out and see which one moves on to the next round. So which one do I think is a little bit better? I guess we'll have to keep on watching. So we are going to dive right into the second installment in my foundation battle. Something that's going to be a little controversial, but not really. It's not really a controversial thing. It's just something that I really want to do like a comparison of, because both of these stores are huge in the beauty world right now. And I thought, you know, they have their own collection. Maybe I should try out their foundation and see which one is better in their opinion. So we have the Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation, and it's a medium coverage buildable, which is, I'm going to say, a pretty good thing. And then we also have the Ulta Beauty HD Full Coverage Liquid Foundation, natural finish, paraben free, and oil free. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the information and what it claims to do on these foundations. That's what I did not do in my first video. So we're going to talk about the Sephora brand one first. Now, it is a foundation with buildable coverage that instantly conceals blemishes with an invisible, flawless finish. Conceal blemishes, pigmentation marks, scars, and dark spots with this foundation that provides a natural, beautiful finish. This formula blends with your skin tone to create an invisible veil, like a second skin that adapts to all movements of the face for optimum comfort all day long. Hyaluronic acid smooths the skin, while antioxidant vitamin E protects against exterior stressors. Soft focus pigments blur out blemishes and softens the appearance of wrinkles for a youthful looking even complexion. Paraben free as well. This one claims to last up to 10 hours. I'm going to tell you right now, this foundation has 33 shades in its collection, which is, I think, pretty damn good. And I'm in the shade Light 5 Porcelain. So really quick, let's talk about the Ulta brand foundation. The Ulta's HD Full Coverage Liquid Foundation will leave your skin appearing naturally flawless. The perfect choice for an Instagram-worthy picture on or off camera moment. Spherical powders help to create a soft focus finish with a smooth, even complexion. Full coverage, vegan, formulated without parabens, gluten, oil, mineral oil, and fragrance. There really is not very much information on this one, and this one has 10 shades. Like, are you fucking kidding me, Ulta? Like, you only have 10 shades, and I'm in the shade Light Cool. Like, you really can't, like, create fair, deep, dark, rich, like, extra rich, tan. Like, there really isn't. Like, I feel like there's, like, 3 shades of light, 3 mediums, 3 medium lights, a tan, and a deep. I don't really know. I'm not going to just go from there. But there's 10. 10, 33. Come on now. We really need to talk about this, Ulta. Come on now. If you want to be up there with the foundation game, you've got to make foundations that has more than 10 shades. I'm going to say at least give us 20. At least give us 20. This foundation retails for $14. This retails for $20. So like I said, we're going to battle that out and see what happens. This one is a medium buildable coverage. This one is full coverage. So I'm not going to talk about just the coverage of it. I'm going to see how it applies. I care more about how it applies and how it's going to wear on the skin than how much coverage I'm going to get right off the bat. So both of them, I guarantee, are going to be buildable. But I'm going to probably like this formula a little bit more. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. Working on this side of the face, we're going to go in with the Ulta brand foundation. Since I work for Ulta, I might as well just go with this one first. And we're just going to pump it out. It comes a little pump like this. And I have not applied this yet or opened it. So I'm just going to pump that much. It is a thicker consistency. I can see that right now. But we're just going to dive right in and see what happens. Okay, so this side is the Ulta brand. I zoomed you guys in a little closer than I usually do with foundation because I want you guys to actually see it a little more. Right off the bat, it did not give me enough coverage. Right here it's looking pretty like separated, and right here it's not looking like the best that I've ever seen. But let me just apply a little bit more, like a half pump, and just kind of like blend that together so that I can get a little bit more coverage in my cheek area, because that's where I have the most struggle. I applied a little more, and it is starting to lift right off the face. Like, it's starting to lift off the face. So I definitely don't think right now, from a first impression standpoint, I don't think it's buildable. It's definitely not buildable, and it's not really loving my skin right now, even though I primed, moisturized, and everything. So I really don't know what's going on right there. I'm just gonna say that this foundation's not loving me right now, but I'm trying to make this work because I am going to be reviewing both these foundations. I want to see which one's going to be a little bit better. Sometimes I have my Holy Grail foundations do this to me, so you just never know. But I did one pump, and then I added another layer, and all of it lifted off my face. Like, it's all just gone. Right here, it's looking really dry and patchy. It looks terrible. Like, this foundation looks absolutely terrible. Moisturized, primed, ready to go again. Let's just try it again, and this time, let's not try to build it. Maybe that will be another thing. But at the same time, I build foundations. Like, I am not going to love a foundation if you won't work with me. Like, you have to work with my blending ability. You gotta work with my skin. You gotta work with me. You cannot work against me, or I am out the door. Like, it's so stupid. New layer. Doesn't look terrible now. It looks a little bit better, but it's not covering that redness nearly as much as I was hoping for. But whatever. It looks decent enough. So it is now time for the Sephora side, which I'm actually a little more excited for. This one says medium buildable, and this one looks a little bit more like pink. But you know what? Let's just dive right in and see what happens. On this side of the face, I like to go in with my jawline first, because I feel like that's like where my redness lies the most. So I just kind of go from there. There's one layer on this side. I did like a pump and a half for this side as well. This one is giving me a little less coverage, obviously. But I'm loving the finish. It's giving me like a natural, slightly dewy finish. So it's not exactly matte like this side is. There is with an added extra half pump. And I'm loving the way that it looks, even though it's a little less coverage. But I'm wanting to try more foundations that have less coverage that's buildable. And I'm sorry to all my matte foundation, like myself, lovers out there. But I think that foundations that are buildable should always have a natural to dewier finish, like maybe just more like a natural finish. So loving the finish on this one. Now really quickly, I'm gonna go conceal, and I'll be right back, and then we will see what happens. I am now concealed, and I look less weird because this one was a little bit like neutral and this one was a little bit pink, but whatever, they look seamless now. I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I actually love this one. I have another one, that's why this one is like completely empty. So now I'm just gonna like make sure that there's no creasing going on before I set. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock It Setting Powder just because I haven't used this one in a very long time. The one thing I have a problem with is when a concealer goes on my foundation and the concealer or the foundation wants to act up. And thankfully the concealer did not act up, but the foundations did not either, which I'm pretty damn happy about because I was thinking, oh my god, Ulta is going to act up like crazy. This foundation is going to be really bad. So far, it's not as terrible as that first encounter was. That one was just a hot freaking mess. So now, we're just going to keep setting this face to make sure that everything stays in its place. It is now 1:06 in the afternoon, and my entire face is done. My blush, contour, highlight, mascara, brows, and lips are on. My lip combo is the MAC Matte Lipstick in Really Me with the Lime Crime Plushies Milk Tea as like a little concoction right there. The foundation has been on for about 35 to 40 minutes right now, so it really hasn't been on for that long, but I'm going to be going to school for a little while. I'm going to eat something first before I do that. And then, of course, I have work later on tonight. So I have a very long evening coming to me. So you know what? That's fine because I'm going to give you guys a true wear test on these foundations. Right now, the matte foundation, the Ulta brand foundation, doesn't look terrible anymore now that it's set. Right here, all of it's separated. I'm just looking at it right now. All of this is separated because of the powder. For some reason, it did not want to cling powder over top of it, so that's not a good thing at all. I'm going to have to try to powder a little bit of that just to make it look decent. Right here on my forehead, where both foundations met, it just created these lines on my forehead that looks really terrible. In my personal opinion, it looks really terrible. So you know what? That's not a great thing either. This side looks a lot better. It's a little bit patchy right here too. It's a little dry right there. But other than that, it looks a little bit better on this side personally because it gives me like that nice finish, but at the same time it doesn't look super heavy. They're both about okay, really. This one's just a little bit less amazing. This one is looking a little bit better. So I will update you guys in a few hours to see where we are. Hey guys, so as you can see, I'm in my little scrubs right now. I just got out of school. I was only there for a few hours. It is now 3:20, so I am about to go eat something and get ready for work at 4. I just want to give you guys a quick update. My foundation has been on for about 2 hours and 20 minutes, roughly. So it's looking okay so far on both sides. My skin's texture is just quite devastating. Other than that, it's looking okay. Our match on the Sephora one looks a little bit better than the one from Ulta, but both of them are still looking pretty good so far. I'm not really hating the way that they look, really. I just feel like, personally, still I'm going with the Sephora side because I like that it's natural and buildable, but then the Ulta one just has a little bit more full coverage. I just feel like maybe the ingredients might not just be like the best thing, while this one has the better ingredients in it, in my personal opinion. So anyways, so far so good. I will update you guys very, very, very soon. I'm going to go to work, and I'll probably update you guys right after I get done with work, which is going to be a long day, but of course, that'll be the true testament to see which one lasted better. Hey guys, so it is now the end of the day. It is now almost 10:30 at night, so the foundation has been on for about 10.5 hours. So of course I really wanted to take my makeup off the minute I walked through the door. So I am tired, my eyes are hurting, I am so exhausted, and I want to take this makeup off. So I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts right now. My highlight is still popping in your face right now, but the Ulta brand, both sides look really bad on the nose. Just don't judge that right now. My nose is just really bad anyways. But this side shows a little bit more texture than this side does. This one looks a little smoother. This side looks really good right in the jaw, right on the cheek. This side looks a little rough right here around the mouth area and right here. A little bit right here as well. It was separating earlier on. But like I said, both foundations, they wore pretty damn good. They both wore pretty good. This one just had a lot more issues when I first put it on. This one went on smoother. So, what is my final verdict? So I think that the foundation that's going to go into the next round is going to be the Sephora. The Sephora brand just looks more natural. It builds really nicely. It's a medium to buildable coverage. I feel like it just went on smoother than the Ulta brand. The Ulta brand one just, to me, looks a little heavy. I feel like if I applied more, it just kept separating and separating and separating. It's not the one that I would love to have. I want my foundations to look smooth and airbrushed when I put them on. So blendability, the Sephora one wins. The wear time, the Sephora one, I feel like was a little bit better, and it just looked better on the skin. So personally, I just recommend that one, and the color match was a lot better than the Ulta brand one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will try to do a better checklisting in the near future with my next videos and do a little bit more professional videos, but I really wanted to give you a true test to this foundation. So anyways, I will see you guys in the very near future. Love you.